got my own sideshow. Too tight, too deep. Sitting brothers and girlfriends do their own fly-by. Just a walk out. My own sideshow. I got my own sideshow. Yeah, my own sideshow. My own sideshow. I got my own sideshow. Got my own sideshow. Too tight, too deep. Got old mother. You're on fire. Check it out. On the one like that. Face. Got my own little sideshow. Got my own sideshow.
People can die of common colds, like diarrhea, a lot of things that basically that wouldn't affect you or I here in this country.
Is it true that AIDS is running rampant over there?
Yeah, I don't think that as far as the hunger issue, unfortunately, a lot of the most unfortunate victims
get so low that they don't even have to have it.
Yeah, well, they're not even living. I think that the unfortunate victims are. A lot of times are children, because they're the ones their immune systems are the weakest.
Hold it right there. All right, buddy, go.
This community festival isn't big enough for the two of us.
We'll get to shoot it out.
All right, buddy. 1, 2, 3.
Boys.
Zoom!
Oh, God. Really isn't that great power. Anyhow, but
Right, there used to be like a natural amphitheater place where 3 churches came together, and there was this natural place where bands could set up. This was in 1972. We designed it as a showcase for community organizations, for all the good groups, the food co-ops and the tenants unions, the students' rights groups, Students for Peace and Justice, for all the community organizations to showcase what they're doing. Different of the groups would either sell raffle tickets or sell food or give pamphlets away about what they're doing. And it's still about that today. This is about the groups and the kinds of things you can become involved with in the community.
I think it works out to around 140 booths, I think. There's, several groups that sometimes combine into 2 booths, but we filled up Park Street, which we normally use, and we added Russell Street, and we had a few spaces just right over here, too, to try to accommodate the extra people this year.
This is the Theater Project. This is a theater group in Columbus that's been here for quite some time, and they are interested in producing works by Ohio authors, plays that have never been done before. That's what they want to do, and that's what they're going to be doing the 13th through the 30th. They have matinees on Sunday. They hope the kids all come and attend.
There's movement in the hills, the struggle, life is true, crime is double. The prices have risen, the government fell, the casualties increase, and the enemy show. The climate's unknown, the ransom has died, and sooner or later, the end will arrive. Stay for a necktie. Said the little front door, the little son. Said, who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Well, I want to tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Love can last more than one day. Fall in love and not fade away. Love and not fade away. I said, hey! I know it's bigger than a Cadillac. I'll try to show it, but you drive me back. Your love for me has got to be real. For you to know just how I feel. Love for real, not fade away. Love for real, not fade away. One more time, I said, what do I say?
The origin of man, and a little bit more specifically today, we're going to talk about whether in fact there was a flood, Noah and Noah. Dr.
Yeah, actually the tent is something I've been wanting to do for about 4 years now. I wrote a grant for it, but you know, since we're outdoors here, we don't have any other stages, and all the sound from our main stage kind of takes away. You try to do another open air stage. So we have folks like mime and magicians, and we have acoustic groups that play in the stage at night, groups that we can't normally get on our main stage, things we used to do when we were on 16th Avenue and we can't do today because we don't have any other stages. And it gives a lot of folks who don't normally get a chance to perform in Columbus, you know, folks like Willie Phoenix, you know, people see on the main stage, you know, you actually get to see him perform solo. Sally Fingerad and Windfall Prophet, some of the groups are playing this year.
The community festival raffle happens every year, and the way the raffle works is every single person that has a booth here gives one article of art. Like the jeweler gives a piece of earrings, and another jeweler might give a necklace, and the t-shirt place gives t-shirts, and the ceramic place gives ceramics, and there's over, you know, Roger was saying 140 different groups, and so every different community organization can be selling tickets. Friends of the Homeless is one of the groups that's selling raffle tickets. If you buy a 50-cent ticket here at the festival, the money goes to the Friends of the Homeless. So it's a way to support your local community organization and to showcase the wonderful, beautiful handmade work here. You can buy your raffle tickets at the Tenant Union, you can buy your raffle tickets at Sister City Copipayo, or at the Free Press, or the Free Clinic. The Free Clinic is operating here at the festival. They're open all the time, and they're helping us with the small medical emergencies and stuff.
Like skin knees.
Yep, blisters and sunburn.
Without the game.
There's a lot of volunteers and there's a lot of work that goes into the community festival, as well as craftspeople donating articles of art for the raffle. All the community organization has to donate people for the security and the cleanup of the festival. You might see the security people this year wearing red shirts and the cleanup people wearing purple shirts, and these are the people that work either early in the morning, in the afternoon, or late at night that help keep the festival grounds beautiful, and the security workers help us keep the crowd control at a reasonable level. We have people handing out information, giving out programs. We have people working with the crowds and anticipating and diffusing a potentially dangerous situation. So you can't buy a t-shirt for this year. You can only work and earn it. And all the community organizations have been doing a great job with sending their people for the security of the area, because it's been a real nice, safe, laid-back festival.
Morning cries from daughter echo through the room. Out of my sleep lies a fresh cut dreamer. All the winds in my breath, I breathe love to you. All the winds in my breath, I breathe love to you. Reach out for the world and wonder. Look on a garden view, where you can drag your head through the screams to the laughter. All the winds in my breath, I breathe love to you. All the winds in my breath, I breathe love to you. Endless cries from daughter, treasures from the womb. Oh, mama, I'm hungry, she said, and nurture my soul, girl. All the winds in my breath, I breathe love to you. All the winds in my breath, I breathe love to you. On guitar. Yeah. Thank you, God, for letting me be young enough to still be able to come to the community festival. That goes to you, Rosie, wherever you are. Tell me what it says. Is that the rain I feel coming down like bullets to the head? I listen to the howling wind, 'cause it takes me over the fire. Living day to day like a runaway, feeling more and more alone. Pushed to the limit like a castaway, to the other side of paradise. You see the damage in the stream, you look the other way. You don't know the sting of things, how to face it every day. Oh, hold me now, I'm cold and scared, and I'm always on the edge. Living day to day like a runaway, feeling more and more alone. Pushed to the limit like a castaway, to the other side of paradise, yeah. I need somebody here, someone to call my own. Someone to love me, and someone to take me home. Coming down the corridor, the dragons at the feet. You take along your ball and chain, 'cause you don't know where you're gonna fall asleep. Living far too long like a poor lost soul, you can't catch the 22. Living day to day like a runaway, feeling more and more alone. Pushed to the limit like a castaway, to the other side of paradise. Living day to day like a runaway, feeling more and more alone. Pushed to the limit like a castaway, to the other side of paradise, to the other side of paradise, to the other side of paradise. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I'm ready.
All right. Hi. I'm Mert.
I'm Paul.
Nice to meet you. So I heard that you're the kamikaze parking meter painter.
Yes, that's right. I decided instead of defacing city property, I would face city property and put faces on city property. So that's what I'm going to do. And I got my paints here. I got my primary colors, my black and my white. And it only takes a minute if you want to watch.
Of course we want to watch.
Okay. Yeah, I've been coming to the festival since about 1977, and I used to do face painting. And actually, it's kind of interesting because I tried to do face painting this year with a new edge being acrylic, you know, because it would last a lot longer, but it didn't go over, so I'm stuck on parking meters. But originally, a long time ago, I do graphic art for people, and there was a guy who had got these Caran d'Ache crayons, and I did a package design for him, and he was going to market them called Mardi Gras face paint crayons. And soon after, unfortunately, after I did the packaging for him, he had a heart attack and died. But I kept a box of crayons that he gave me, and then that following year at the community festival, and I was working at the Columbus Free Press booth at that time, and oh, this one has stuff on it. Well, I have to cover that up. We can just take that right off of there. No, it's on there. We painted people's faces with these crayons for 50 cents a face for children's faces. And after that, the following year, we did it again, and where I was working at a store called Tradewinds, which was loosely affiliated with the Free Press at that time, we started carrying those crayons there. And actually, it started a trend now in the Arts Festival and all over Columbus, any kind of festival, you'll always find people with these little crayons painting people's faces. Well, it all started at the Columbus Community Festival in 1979. We started doing that. Or maybe, I guess, 78. It all started at this festival.
What keeps you coming back all these years, Paul?
Well, it's more, I think it's the way I feel if I don't come back, because a lot of times I don't participate in any of the planning, and I'm real busy, and then I wish I had afterwards, because everybody else is, having a really fun time, and I feel left out if I don't. That's part of it, I guess. I like it because I get to see people every year that I don't see all the time, and it's one of the it's just a very unique thing. It's not like anything where people have to get funding and they're all worried about, getting grant money and city money. People just do it, and that's real encouraging, because as an artist, I'm always surrounded by all these people whose primary worry is how are they going to get funding from the government and all this stuff. And here's a group of people that just said, well, we don't really have time to, deal with all that red tape. We're just going to do it ourselves. So for me, it's real inspiring, and it's a lot of fun. Mostly, I guess it's just a lot of fun.
What's the most memorable thing from one of the festivals that you can recall?
It's hard to remember, because I drink a lot of beer at the festival and get really stoned, and my memory lapses. I think one of the most memorable things, when the festival was on 16th, and you think it rained now, this is nothing. One year it rained on 16th and 16th Avenue when the festival was there, and there were garbage cans, and all the garbage cans, there was a foot of water, and the garbage cans all floated down into North High Street. And all the people on security had to go down and grab, and everybody just went down and tried to grab all the garbage cans. It's not one of the more amazing things, it's just one of those things that sticks out in your mind, watching little garbage cans bobbing off into the horizon. One of the neat things about the festival, again, is like we do our own little security stuff, and the fraternities and those people, they have their festivals, and there's always a lot of beer fights, and things like that. And we've never had any kind of serious problems in 20 years. I mean, somebody might step on a piece of glass or something, but even that's rare, So it's really neat. It's a real self-sufficient kind of thing. So I got to put in some teeth here, and then do the eyes. Oops. I've done a lot of the festival t-shirts over the years. I think maybe 6 or 7 of them. And I haven't done it in the past 2 years, just I couldn't think of good ideas at the time, or I thought, well, I'll let some other people do it. So next year I'm going to do the t-shirt. I'm going to have it be no rain, no gain. That's going to be my slogan. That's the one thing that you can count on every year at the festival. Is a good, healthy dose of rain.
I wondered if that was an integral part of it.
It's a tradition. I mean, anyone who sets up here and doesn't bring plastic, you can tell this is the first time they've ever been to the festival.
Were you on the committee this year?
I wasn't on the committee, and that's one of those things I look back and I go, gosh, I really should have made the time to come to the meeting, because it's a lot of fun just doing that and being part of the planning of it. And I wish I had been. I was very busy this year. Only one other year that I've sort of not done anything, and this year. I'm going to be emceeing tomorrow, and I'm participating. I helped do a lot of cleanup yesterday. So there's always a last-minute opportunity to do something if you want to.
I know I don't wanna live. I got you acting the same. Can I please have a little if I keep my head between my knees? In case we should tumble, you know, in case we should fall. I get a little motion sickness every time I see you walk. That's what they say. That's what they say that you're doing to me. That's what they say. That's what they say that you're doing to me. But others never hear me tell about the things you did to them. They went falling through your trap door as you shed another skin. I want to swim, I want to swim. That boy, come on! Oh, 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 look out, that's what they say when they see me with you. Pick it up, jump it up! Oh, 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 that's what they say, that's your fantasy do to me. That's what they say, that's what they say that you're doing to me. That's what they say. I've never seen a dog touch the way I feel when you are here. You're a monster man. I bet your blood runs green and dry. You're so cold inside, and I can do no more than try and sleep that sometimes. And sleep that sometimes, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. They made a cage for you, and they lined it with my love. I thought I knew you, and I thought you knew me. Caught in love, baby, back in time. Is there a reason for you to see that I was trying? Take it love, baby, take it away. Give me one more day to live. Another taste of a feeling that gives me. I give you love, I can say you back again.
So few good drunkards anymore. Dylan Thomas would be bored with simplistic slogans in negative parlance. Just say no! Just say no! Just say no! Whoa! Is there no longer room for a swaggering dance from sweaty Irishmen who delight in the brawling tales spun from hearty ale, and might not take too kindly to being looked at askance by theorists who are curious to measure the chemistry of the brain that just fell down on the floor? There are so few good drunkards anymore. We've become too civilized, I guess, to put up with the mess we sometimes find in friends who entertain with lampshades, and the guests who leave their meekness at the door. There are so few good drunkards anymore. All the spirit that's spilled out from poets great and poor, the glory of their madness and vision tinged with sadness, was something from the heart, both true and pure. But there are so few good drunkards anymore. For if there are, they're labeled ill and pushed into some door, where they modulate their love and hate and turn the volume down and learn to be addicted to the idea of addiction they found, and say hello in monotones, "Hi, Joe," and leave uniqueness at the door. There are so few good drunkards anymore. And I drank to that. Now to the serious stuff. This is called Voices in the Fire. There are voices in the fire that hiss and whine, twining through fears like braided hair, plaited by mother's ancient cracked hands, yellowed from the cigarette years. The smoke sings in tongues, the flames rise in ecstasy, religious vision, secular, sexual, hot, hell, fire, desire worth stealing from what gods there are, hiding behind nymphomaniac trees in the night, lusting after that divinity of light, whispering in cracked voices with lascivious tongues, twining through fears like braided hair. Thank you. This is a poem about my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great uncle, something like that, who was the Attorney General of Lorraine, France, and was responsible for burning witches back then. It's called Uncle Nick. Uncle Nick saw wickedness everywhere, in the white hair of the old woman he called Hag, and the faggot's white bones that burned black as they kindled the flesh of witches blazing across the countryside of France, and the dancing fur of the felines, those demonic, night-sighted beings who could not possibly be children of Christ. Uncle Nick was a child of Christ, exterminator in service to the eternal. When his son coughed blood and rattled his way to heaven, Uncle Nick declared war on the old woman who cursed his son, the son who spit at her feet when she asked for bread. War on all the old women with dead eyes who cursed the gold on the church altars and their own terrible powerlessness. The only power they owned, spun from the words of their tongues and boiled with the healing herbs in their iron pots. Uncle Nick declared the devil in their pots, and in the live bodies of young women whose sensuous lips and thighs kept him awake at night. It must be the devil in their radiant breasts that seduced him to sweet sweat in his dreams. Uncle Nick declared demons in their nipples, and in the wide yellow eyes of the cats, those prideful beasts who claimed no masters but themselves. Those carnivores who feasted on rodents who gleefully watched the Black Death eat the human flesh that burned the flesh from screeching cat's bones. Uncle Nick flogged the devil from the backsides of children as they watched their mothers burn. He was proud of his accomplishments. Uncle Nick appeared in a dream. He told me one thing: his kind are back. And I watched the vipers slithering through Falwell's teeth, watch Swaggart's Nazi swagger, stare in amazement at book banners in Tennessee and at judges in Florida, and I see flames rising in their eyes.
Put your hands together, come on! You hold me tight, I feel right. Roll me over once, from your river. Your deliverer, she said, I wanna drink from your river. I wanna be your deliverer. I said, all right, baby. I said, wait a minute. What are you doing with that knife? Wait a minute. What are you doing with that knife? I'm not into that. She said, you gotta spell my name. She said, come on, spell my name. I said, wait a minute. I said, G. L. O.
Take these. What the development slides were trying to demonstrate is in the apparent movement of the building is the fact that there is to it in our mind a will. We're trying to create in it the sense that the building has a will, which is a thing that only live things have. It's a thing that immediately will gain for it respect of the observer if the observer feels that it is not addressing an inanimate object. The movements also make the contextual effects of respect visible. It makes them legible as a product of will, not as the product of an architect who has designed the building and gone away, but as something that the building has generated from within, as a part of its own respect for the surroundings that it's now becoming perhaps the biggest neighbor in. The movement also acts as a critique of traditional means of contextual things, either the somasomatic, that is the camouflaging effects of a normal contextual move, or the teasing into unhiddenness of strands of text that may be buried there. Trying to make that actual teasing visible and to resolve it in a non-fragmentary or non-confrontational way and say that there is an agency for resolution in the world that might allow such accommodation to be not painful. Finally, it should be pointed out that this overt personalization that we've created for the machine, the event machine, the exhibition hall, is not intended, however, to be seen in a sort of cartoonish way. And as a demonstration of this, we haven't gone too far in the direction of creating cartoons of the rotational devices and these other things we've been creating. They all exist as programmatic elements, which we will then go through in this series of slides. And in this, we're guided by a trick that Da Vinci used to use when he painted portraits. The reason, for example, that the Mona Lisa is such an enigmatic and rich, has such an enigmatic and rich facial expression is because he purposely hid those elements on the face that provided the observer with the cues to what the expression was. So each observer is able to come and supply those missing pieces, giving the portrait, in this case, a greater plastic effect. And we think that that sort of attitude can be applied to architecture as well, giving you at the end not just a cartoon of a big Star Wars model or something like that, but a building that contains that level of thought and contains the possibility thereby of engagement and expression.